Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Lytical and fully out of drag right now. I just wanted to play a little bit with some makeup today and chat about what's going on with this channel, where I think things are going, what I've been up to, and what I've got going on. I'm in my Barbie tank top. We're just going to do like this area of my face. We're just going to be casual, hang out and chat. So stay tuned. Be sure to throw a like, subscribe, ring the bell, you know the deal. Okay, so I'm going to start out just by getting my brows ready. So yeah, I'm really happy with the response I've been getting so far. I get so many messages that say, I'm gay and I code, or I'm a drag queen and I work in tech. And I just love to see there kind of being people just coming forth and saying all of that. And I know people are kind of saying that already, but I think drag, I guess, is like a very like in-your-face way of being queer. And I think a lot of gay people in tech often feel it's easy to just blend in. I mean, even I do that. I kind of grow my beard out, sometimes just throw on my hoodie, throw on my Allbirds, and it is easier to blend in. But you don't always need to blend in, and not everyone can always blend in. So it's important to take a look at what you're doing. Is it like authentic to you, or are you just trying to fit the mold of what you think a good engineer is? Let's blend this out. So yeah, I'm really happy with the channel so far. Right now I've mainly been doing projects, which I think are really fun because I basically started a place where anyone could join the channel at any time and see, okay, we haven't done too much, or like we're not too deep into like what is code, what's going on in all these parts. It's easy for people, like just people to kind of jump on in and pick stuff up. But I want to be getting to kind of like more of a curriculum, I guess. I kind of want to do content that people can follow and really have like a full computer science like course, or even a full algorithms course, and really play with how can I teach these in fun, entertaining ways that are gonna be really interesting to the people that are watching this channel. I want to be doing more tutorials, but I also still want to keep up with the projects. I kind of think there are like two camps to keep all of this in. I'm trying to do a mix of things that I guess are for people who love drag or people who are queer, don't know anything about coding. So I want to create really interactive content that will bring coding and engineering to their attention. So I've been doing this a little bit with some of the like drag race, fun websites and stuff like that. So kind of create a game that also teaches coding, that's also drag. This is like a lot of requirements. But I found this cool program called Blockly, and it lets you create drag and drop coding projects. And they actually have a few games. I'll link this below so you can check it out if you want to play. I think they're pretty fun, but obviously this is a drag channel. We want it to be drag games. We want there to be drag queens, drag kings, whatever. So I want to figure out what I can do with that. Maybe a lip sync for your life game where you drag all the different pieces, the puzzle pieces, and say, do a death drop, do that 5 times. And then maybe if you do a bunch of things in a row, then you create conditions. So you'd see RuPaul react in fun ways. We're sticking to the kind of like the drag race world. But I think another direction I want to focus on is doing things for, I guess that's about bringing tech to drag, but I also want to bring drag to tech. So like, I'm trying to think about the things I do at work every day, or kind of more advanced things that I know how to do. Or not even just like more advanced, but just kind of like bigger projects that that I wouldn't necessarily be able to do as video tutorials, or maybe I would, but I could get out like a lot faster if I'm just doing it as like a one-off project or just releasing the website and the source code. I really want to think about that because I think there are definitely gay and queer and LGBTQ, just whatever, startups and companies, but like I go to LGBT tech meetups in the city, and most of the people aren't even engineers, or a lot of the people aren't even in tech. So I kind of want to feel more like, no, there are queer people here, they're engineers, and they're good at it. Because I meet so many people who are queer engineers, and they are on my team at work. Some of them are the best people on my team. Just throughout kind of all the people I meet while working as an engineer, I am always impressed by the queer people I meet. So I guess I'd love to make sure that we're like putting that out there. Yes, we're engineers, but also we're queer and we're badass. Being queer helps us be better engineers. We don't need to hide it or blend in. We can just kind of like bring it out, show it off, and then get our work done. I'm going to go fill in the yellow now. I actually got it from Sugar Pill. I don't know. I only have a few colors. My boyfriend got me this for my birthday, so thank you. He actually he gave this to me for my birthday. He just got me all the same eyeshadow color. He doesn't do makeup or anything, so it was just funny. He got 4 eyeshadows that were all red, and they were just, the shade name was Love. And I was like, this is so sweet. But also, do they take returns? But yeah, Sugarhill was good. They were able to send me the returns, but it's still kind of just like a nice memory to have of my 4 shades of love. I actually don't even think I've used this yellow yet, so this will be good to see how it shows up. I put a lot on the brush, and I'm just getting a little bit of fallout. This is starting to come together. I think yellow is like a really hard eyeshadow, and this is actually coming out really well. I feel like I've barely been on camera for this, but I didn't really know where to place everything. This is not a makeup tutorial for sure. This is just a hang out with me while I'm maybe on camera a little bit. Oh, so I wanted to talk also about what I did this past Friday. So I had reached out to my high school math teacher. When I was in high school, I was good at math, I was good at science, but I didn't know anything about engineering. I didn't know really anything about computer science or even how to do them as careers. So in I think 11th grade, he said we should everyone in my class should go check out electrical engineering as a career in honors math. So he was kind of like, here's something you can do with your math that's an interesting career, you'll solve interesting problems. I didn't know what this was, so I went home, I checked it out, like on Wikipedia, and I learned that electrical engineering is basically designing circuits and creating electronics, like everything that's inside of your phone or your computer, or even like a microwave. And I was such like a tech geek in high school. Like I loved when the new iPhone would come out. I would literally go like rush home and watch like Steve Jobs talk about it for like 2 hours. It was just so cool. And I was like, I'd love to be able to go work for some kind of tech company or be involved in this. But I had no idea what people even do there, I guess. Well, I kind of knew they would make phones or maybe write code, but I didn't know how to get there with my skill set. I think this is something a lot of people might not know, because it's like, if you're good at math and good at science, what can you do with it? I mean, I think a lot of people only see the careers that their parents have or their friends' parents have as things they can do. Maybe tech is more prevalent now just because it's grown to be such a huge industry. And there's so many shows out. There's like Silicon Valley, there's whatever movie about Mark Zuckerberg, The Social Network. So people know about it, but I still think these kind of give you this like impression that if you don't know how to code, like, you're already too late. Like, you have to just be this super whiz kid who can code by the time you can like make any kind of website or any kind of app by the time you're like 18, or it's too late for you. And that's just so not the case. Like, I didn't seriously start coding until like 11th grade in high school, did a little bit more senior year, and then, you know what, I went to college for computer science because I knew that I really liked it. And even everything I did in those classes in high school, we covered them in one class in college. Programming and all kinds of different engineering they're just teachable skills. And I don't like that, like the main examples we have on TV and in movies is that there are these whiz kids, which there are people who are amazing at these things. They pick it up really fast. They'll just read the textbook and know exactly what to do, or watch videos, maybe like mine, Learn to Code with Me, Analytical. But that isn't realistic for everybody. Most people will take a class. Just like you wouldn't, if you're trying to learn calculus, you wouldn't go and just pray that you learn calculus one day and be like, oh, this person is so good at math, they just know calculus. No, you take a class on it. Programming is just another skill that you can take a class on and learn. So Friday, a few weeks ago, I had spoken to my math teacher. I said, I want to come and talk about all this, basically what I just told you, maybe work through a few computer science problems. And he said, sure. So Friday, I spent the day at my high school. I taught 6 different classes. They were about 45 minutes each. I taught them about programming, I told them about what I do, and it was really cool. They were all super engaged. It was the honors math kit, so like we're all geeky. We all love to solve a problem. We went through some sorting algorithms. I brought them some tech company kind of interview questions, and they were all. Every class was really invested in it. They were really interested, and they all did really well. We were able to get through all the problems. Like, we went through merge sort a little bit, and we just wrote the merging part of the algorithm. But even people who had never even seen code before, or never didn't know anything about engineering, they're able to kind of just pick it up and already solve kind of complicated problems. And this is just people who are really good at math. But programming is really for anybody. I think really anyone can learn to code, not just if you're good at math. If you're good at math, it's likely that picking up the code will be easier, and you might be able to go it might be easier for you to learn different algorithms, it might be easier for you to learn about machine learning and things like that. But if you just want to build websites, if you want to build kind of like fun apps, you don't need to be a great mathematician. You don't even need to use any math. Like, I studied math in college, and I basically never even use it. Yeah, so if you're good at math, learn to code. If you're not good at math, learn to code. Basically, everyone should just go learn to code. Okay, we've got this logo. This is actually looking pretty slick. I'm just using some of my paint stick on my brush so I can blend out this edge. You can even kind of think about it like makeup. Like, you can go look at my Instagram and see, like, I was a mess with makeup. And even now I'm still, like, so far from being an expert. But I, like, took a class on it, I watched a ton of YouTube videos on how to do it, and then I got better at it. It doesn't just happen overnight. If you see any drag queen or anyone who does makeup on Instagram, on YouTube, go find their first video and see, like, what kind of a mess they were. Because I guarantee you they were a mess at one point, and if they don't have any messy videos, then they probably just deleted it or hid it. I think we are always we love to, like, hide the work that goes into doing any kind of look or solving problems, but that, I think, makes it so difficult for people who want to get involved. It makes it difficult to actually learn how they can do it themselves. Alright, I finished up. I ended up adding a little bit of, like, contour out of just, like, a nude lip just to finish everything up. Thanks for hanging out while I rambled a little bit, played with some makeup, made a little bit of a mess. Here's the, I wonder if I can switch. I'll just work it like this. Here is the whole mess I've made of my sink. But I've got, like, a towel under it so we can just grab it all. Thanks so much for hanging out, and go like the video, subscribe, and be on the lookout for the fun coding stuff I've got coming up. I'm trying to plan a lot of stuff for June, for Pride. I want to tell some cool stories with technology. I want to, just have some fun with it. Well, thanks for watching. Bye!